Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mathematician's Den. We're going to talk about a theorem. It's the Intermediate Value Theorem. It says if f of x is continuous on a closed interval from a to b. So if I'm going to draw a graph, here's a, here's b, and let's say we start out here at f of a, and I have to end over here at f of b. There's at least one number c in that closed interval from a to b such that f of c equals k. So if k is somewhere between, and I'm going to use a different color here, let's say k is right here, there has to be, if I draw that function in between those two coordinates, for that value k, if you move over to the graph and you move down to the x-axis, there has to be a value c where f of c has to equal k. In fact, it has to happen at least once. But the keys here is that it has to be continuous. And it can be at least one number. So one good example of this would be this morning it was 39 degrees when I woke up. Right now, the temperature outside is 68 degrees. Now, somewhere between the time I got up and now, would you all agree that temperature had to reach 50 degrees at some point in time? Of course. Why? Because temperature is continuous. It doesn't just magically jump from one temperature to the next. When it goes from 39 degrees all the way up to 68 degrees, it covers every single degree in between there. So if you have a problem that involves the intermediate value theorem, this would be a typical question. Explain why f of c has to equal 2 for this function f of x, x squared equals 2x minus 1, for some value of c from 0 to 3. Now, here are the things that you would have to write down on a problem like this. First of all, this is a polynomial function, so you have to mention that f of x is continuous on that closed interval from 0 to 3. In fact, polynomials are continuous everywhere. The second thing we would want to mention is, what is f of 0? Well, in this case, f of 0 would be negative 1. We also need to know what f of 3 is. Well, 3 squared is 9, plus 2 times 3 is 6, and then minus 1, that would give me 14. So you'll notice the number that I want y equals 2. 2 is somewhere between those two numbers. So what we can say now is this. By the intermediate value theorem, there exists at least one value, x equals c, on that closed interval from, in this case, 0 to 3, such that f of c equals 2. Now, this is proving that it exists. This is not finding the actual number. If I wanted to take this function and I wanted to find the actual number, what I would do is I would take x squared plus 2x minus 1, and I would set that equal to 2. And of course, I'd get x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals 0. This factors into x plus 3 and x minus 1. I would get x equals negative 3, and I would get x equals 1. Now, x equals negative 3 cannot be my value of c because it's not on my interval. X equals 1 is that value of c that I found on that closed interval, where f of 1 would equal 2. Now, this is actually finding the value. The rest of everything I did over here is proving that that number actually exists. Okay? So I'm hoping the intermediate value theorem makes sense. Again, if you like this video, hit the like button. Please click to subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos in the near future.